And I'm back with my 100 baby challenge third video. I'm not too impressed with myself because I've accidentally deleted recordings and I've missed Chelsea's and Jay's baby being born. The game randomized to the name Harvey. He is a boy. I think Harvey is a perfect name for their child, Harvey Hastings, Jay Huntington III's son. I think that's just really like, does the game know? Anyhow, so we've called over Don to be our fourth donor, hopefully. I had to unlock the door as vampires came to suck blood, and I'm not dealing with that bullshit during this challenge. It's hard enough now just to get these kids satisfied, meet men, and Chelsea attend to her own needs, and then work at the same time. So I'm sorry about my voice still. I am over my cold, but still got crap sounding voice and congested sinuses, which is like the worst part, I think, of a cold. As you can see, the wall in the background there, I'm just putting up Harvey's birth certificate next to Jay's and Chelsea's photo. I'm gonna this wall is just going to have the fathers and the birth certificate of the kids who are like in the household at the time. And what I might actually do is give the birth certificates to each of the children when I move them out as adults, and they can keep that for where I send them to. I'm planning on sending children to go and live with their fathers after they become an adult. So I might end up having to go and do some renovating on a few houses. I moved Douglas into the city because he wasn't in the world. I made sure that he got with a 2-bedroom apartment. I believe I moved him into the tiny one next to Pizzazz in the karaoke district. I'm sure that's where I put him, which is a very tiny apartment. But he was unemployed, and I thought that was perfect for him to be in that building. So, we have a new visitor is Caleb. Caleb is very easy to flirt with. In my other game, My Sim, told a flirty, dirty joke to him. Like, he came over to visit, exact same thing. And My Sim, the one that I created, that's me, was in a flirty mood, and I just joked, she was in a playful mood, and I did this joke. I'm not too sure, but I didn't realize that telling a dirty joke in The Sims 4 meant that somebody would fall in love with you or have a crush on you. So that happened, and that's how my sim ended up with him in that playthrough. I'm not sure where that's going to go. I've noticed by doing this one that Parenthood is glitching out in my other game. It's not giving me choices to choose between the three when they're at school of what to do. It's just coming up with one thing, and then that's it. So I really don't want to restart it. I just wish that it would fix itself, because if I've created a series out of that playthrough, it's either I'm going to have to end the playthrough and restart, or I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. I want it to correct itself, and so I can just keep going, because there are 2 alternate stories going on in that one. And it's going to have like I'm trying to bring in a couple of different stories, not just about my sim. I kind of want to concentrate on the alternative one that's going on in there, where I have you know, vampires and evil family, which I have uploaded one video of, and it was called Captive. If you want to go and check that out, they're going to be very short videos of just small things that are just going to be going on with that family and that little series. Well, I didn't get a chance to try and make a baby with Don. The children needed to be attended to, and he ended up leaving, so that's okay. So we'll just have to invite him back the next day. So we've invited Don back, and Douglas has also come over. Chelsea's embarrassed because I had Amia take her clothes off and run around naked. I didn't realize that you could be embarrassed by that. So I'm just getting her to ask for reassurance of these two guys to try and get her out of embarrassment rather than sending her to her room to hide. I never pick self-depreciating joke. I mean, no. I have to ask Douglas to leave because we're still lovers, and I'm in love with Don, or Chelsea's in love with Don, I should say. I always take on the Sims. And this is where we'll make a baby. Chelsea needs a shower. Oh god, they're gonna woohoo while she's dirty. I always bring up the walls to give them some kind of privacy. At least her children are all asleep this time. Alright, let's see how this works out. I always wonder, like, I know that there are times when you can have fireworks go off when you woohoo, and there can also be woohoos that are just duds. Like, I absolutely love this about The Sims 4, because, you know, it just wasn't something that happened previously, and, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, like, based on her moods and, you know, her needs, like, how the actual, like, woohoo goes. Again, there's no music. It's really interesting because when she was first with Johnny, it was kind of like, oh yeah, and being with Douglas, it was similar to that one, and then Jay was like, if I remember, it was, yeah, fireworks went off with Jay, so, and now that one's just pretty much the same as Douglas. Maybe it's based on the, I don't know, the type of people you're with. I'd just be really interested to find out the algorithms of that. Here I am. Does this make this video 18 plus for mature audiences? We're sitting here talking about the intensity of woohoos. I love how they cry when they're in the shower and they're so dirty. That cake has been... I made that cake and put the candles on it when the twins were babies because I thought you took the babies to the cake, or I thought you could, and age them up that way because that's what you did in The Sims 2, and I think you did that in the Sims, the original Sims. No, they just basically aged up the same way, just like when you wanted to have a baby, you didn't like do anything, you just popped, there was a bassinet when you wanted to have a child. Well, there was no pregnancy? Yeah, there was no pregnancy. I really enjoy the pregnancies that they've added to the games. So I'm trying to see whether or not the children will actually eat that cake without me like getting rid of it. Oh, sorry, we missed Harvey growing up here again. Oh my god, poor Harvey. The trait generator randomized a fussy, and I'm just like, oh please, I don't want a fussy child. It's hard enough with just children being children. And as you can see, we're pregnant to Jay. I'm going to stop doing pregnancy tests because she needs that $15 for other things rather than finding out if she's pregnant. And generally, like if you click on the toilet and it says throw up, you're pregnant. So might as well do it for free than spend $15. This family is just crazy. Well, I guess this is a bit of a boring episode, except we talked about the mechanics of woohooing. But I'll pretty much just leave it at that. Sorry I lost some recordings, and hope to see you next time. Bye!